Guys, it's Runa. Welcome back to RUNACY. I'm sure you noticed something's a little bit different this time. Yeah, that's right. I got my wisdom teeth out. Wow, so cool, so crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna use that as my excuse as to why I haven't been uploading. It's not that I'm inconsistent. But I really appreciate the influx of new viewers, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I know that's annoying. Let's just get right into the video. Today we're going to be watching a bunch of people who got scammed. We're watching some scams today, okay? So don't get scammed, because I look down on people who get scammed by obvious scams. I mean, I don't like to judge people so harshly, but sometimes when people get scammed, it's like, really? You really fell for that. So without any further ado, let's just enjoy this together. Yeah.
Y'all really didn't think I had some crazy stories to tell? I've been a makeup artist for like 8 years now. I think I've just been holding back a little bit too much because I can make multiple parts to this series. First, we're gonna do a little story time. On one of the most requested ones from my rapid fire insane things that have happened to me as a makeup artist, we're going to talk about the time that I legit got scammed by my bride. Let me set the scene for you. I'm checking my emails one day as I normally do, and okay, hold on. Anyways, I'm checking my emails one day. Notice I have an email for a location that I really wanted to go.
This initial inquiry was sent in January.
In Florida. And essentially the way you book me is you fill out my booking form, which requires you to put in a lot of information about your wedding when you fill it out, as well as your social media handle, because I do look everybody up, like, just to make sure you're not like a bot. This bride might as well have been. So when I click on this bride's page and she looks completely normal, and it happened to be in a place I really wanted to book a wedding that was in Florida, and it also was where she was from, which I found out from her social media, so it all made sense, and I went ahead and sent her my booking info. And she's like wanting to totally go through with booking. She seemed completely normal. She was honestly so nice in her initial emails. I'm always forefront when it's a location this far away, like, hey, you're gonna be paying for my travel. This is gonna require airfare as well as like overnight accommodations, etc. And she's like, yes, whatever you need. We end up going back and forth, talking through a few of like the little starting details, and she goes ahead and pays her deposit and signs her contract.
This sounds like a really nice gig. You get to be flown out wherever the client wants. You get to have free air travel. Like, that sounds pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And she's probably doing something that she loves doing, cosmetics, makeup. That's pretty nice. That's a good deal. Good gig.
Contract. Some of those details we had talked about was me bringing an assistant because she did have too many people that I could complete in a day. So I was flying out an assistant with me, and she was aware of that. This was like a year out from her wedding, and it's very uncommon for there to be a lot of flight options already available to book a year in advance from a trip. She was fully aware of all of that. Well, a few weeks later, I get an email and she's saying, hey, so we've made a decision.
Okay, she received this email in April.
We're going to switch up what we're doing for our wedding, and we are moving it to the Florida Keys. In that email, she's like, we would still absolutely love for you to come. So sorry for the switch up. Let me know if you and your assistant are still available. And the dates very slightly switched, and I was still available for that date. She's like, okay, Slay, I'll be in touch with you when it's time to like book flights and hotel. We're working on the room blocks now and all of that. Fast forward a little bit, we get back in touch, and it's now time to go ahead and book.
It's now the end of May.
Flights and hotel. And so she actually booked my hotel for me under my name.
The email came directly from the hotel, so it was legit. I like all of these parenthetical statements. It's making me wonder if these are like super relevant, super important, or if she's just providing additional context just because. We'll see.
And sent me confirmation email. However, I will not let people book flights for me. Like, I'm going to book my flight. It's just so much easier traveling, having your receipt of everything. I go ahead and I send her the flight option. It was for me and the assistant. It was around like $800 worth of plane tickets. Send it to her and I'm like, hey, this is how much it's gonna cost. You can go ahead and reimburse me for it, and as soon as I receive the money, I will book the flight. She does it. I get the money.
I booked these that day in May. Okay. Everything seems legit so far.
Mind you, again, she has been so nice through all of these emails. It has seemed like no red flag. I got that Venmo for a lot of money, so I was like, okay, yeah, this is still legit. I sent her confirmation that I booked the flights, which were through Delta. A long period of time.
It's now the end of July. I've had her booked for 6 months. Okay, so I'm assuming she's gonna cancel everything now and request the money back, do a chargeback or something like that, which doesn't seem like a scam per se. It seems like something weird just happened, but this is weird. Why would she be scamming you? It sounds like, I'm just assuming here, it sounds like it's just gonna be an issue with her own life, with her own wedding. I think. That's my guess. I don't know for sure. That's just my guess.
Goes by. I get an email from this bride. Here we go again. They've decided they need to switch their location again. Now they're doing a wedding abroad. Once again, she's like, I would still absolutely love to explore the idea of having you come with me. At this point, I'm like, okay, this is kind of odd. You already have all of these accommodations booked. Her planner booked, her venue booked, like maybe like catering. Like, there was a lot booked. I was like, You know what? Let's consider. I asked to set up a call with her, and in the meantime, because I'm like, I need this girl to fully understand.
I always send full pricing breakdowns of any expenses, and it's all listed in the original booking information brides receive. Yeah, that's so important. When it comes to any sort of business, you gotta make sure that all the prices are listed up front, so there are no surprises, because people be peoplin'. Let's just put it that way, because I don't have a better way of putting it right now.
With financial transparency, how much it's going to cost to get me there, because it's going to be more expensive than those plane tickets within the state.
She did ask if my flights were refundable, and I told her no, only for flight credit. Then this happened. Okay, so I'm wondering if Delta does not allow for flight credit to be used for international flights. We'll see. We'll see. I believe that this is the scam part of the story, so I'm not going to talk too much. Let's just see.
A little bit of foreshadowing. I think she saw that pricing breakdown, and because what happened next? Very next night, I am laying in my bed and I get an email. Let's back up a little bit. So I booked the flight myself, like I said. I made her pay me for the price of the flights before. So that payment platform that she sent the money through sends me an email. Your account has been shut down because the sender has disputed a transaction for $800 something. It was for the cost of those flights to go to the Keys. So I'm sitting here like, what? Transaction was disputed. What does that even mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean? You know what that means. I mean, maybe she doesn't know what disputed means, but wild. Why would they shut down her account? That's kind of crazy. But yeah, this is what I mean. I don't think it's a scam. I think it's just the bride having her own life not really working out as well as she thought it would. But like, I don't understand. Why would she be does she just have something against this lady? I can't understand why she would scam. I don't know if scam is necessarily the right word. What does scam mean? Let's look up the definition of scam. A dishonest scheme to gain money or possessions from someone fraudulently, especially a complex or prolonged one. Okay. Or the use of deception to gain money or possessions from someone fraudulently, to swindle or to defraud. So I don't think that she's scamming. I don't think she's trying to gain money or possessions from someone, or even service. I think service would also be included in that definition, that first definition of the noun scam. I don't think that she's scamming. I think she's just weird. I think she's just playing the system, which isn't scamming.
It said the reasoning for the dispute, which was accidental payment by sender. So she disputed it as if she didn't mean to send me that money. So now I have $800 worth of plane ticket and I'm locked out of this payment platform until I pay forward the money that she accidentally sent me and give it back to. That puts me out like over $1,600.
Huh, yeah. Yeah, because Delta said they're not gonna refund her for the $800 for the tickets to the Keys. So it's not like it's just an easy peasy, oh, let me just, you know, request the money back and then I'll send you the new money for the new abroad trip. This bride definitely had people whispering into her ear telling her that this is the right thing to do. Or maybe this is what she just thought, but I feel like she was talking to people and they're like, oh yeah, just request the money back and send her more money for the new location. Or maybe she's just gonna find a different makeup artist, which would be so scummy, but it would probably be in her best interest at that point in time.
I'm immediately like, oh, this is a mistake. Well, let me just email her.
Not me immediately giving her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, why did you? Maybe I'm just like this, or maybe I'm just primed because this is a scam video, but I feel like I would immediately understand that this is a scam. I would feel it in my chest. I'd feel like gutted, like, Then again, she was very trustworthy the whole time. I don't know. We'll just see. I'm gonna stop interrupting. We'll just see. That's a lie. I'm not going to stop interrupting, but we'll see.
So I email her. I'm like, hey sis, this just came through my inbox. What's going on here? Because I literally couldn't even get into the app. And I immediately go look at her Instagram and I'm like, has something changed? And I texted my assistant and I'm like, what is going on? So she goes and pulls up her Instagram and she's like, well, did you see this post? Like something wedding planning related? And I'm like, well, let me go look. I go back. This is minutes after I sent my email. I'm blocked, which means my email came through of her, me being like, sis, what is this? And then she immediately went to Instagram and blocked me. Very first thing I thought to do was call the payment platform. They were like, yeah, there's literally nothing we can do to help you, ma'am. I was like, I'm legit getting scammed. Immediately called Delta because I knew that I was not getting this money back from that girl. I called Delta Airlines about these two non-refundable tickets, explained the whole story and begged. They literally always come through on any travel issues I've ever had. They're like, that is insane. We're gonna refund you the money right now. You can use the money once it gets put in your account in like 10 days or something to get back into your payment platform. We ended up even because she got her money back through the payment platform. I got my money back from Delta. But yeah, she never responded to my email. Honestly, I would literally be out right now $800 something for those 2 plane tickets if Delta did not pull through. Actually, I'd be out $1,600 because I would have had to pay to get back into my account somehow. Anyways, it ended up all working out. If you actually want to take me to Europe for your wedding, just know I'm here and I am available and would come.
Wow, yeah, I feel like what I thought happened. I think she just wanted the money back, figured, you'll figure it out. Got her money back, paid a new makeup artist to bring her to Europe, and then she just let it, whatever happened to her, happen to her. And I mean, that's the best case scenario for both of them in this situation, I think. Like, the fact that Delta was so accommodating was perfect. You know, I can't even, this isn't a scam. This is not a scam. This is her playing the system. But that's a scummy thing to do. I can't disagree that that's scummy, but it wasn't a scam and it worked out for everyone involved. Annoying, waste of time, yes and yes. Scam, no, not a scam. Just playing the system. Glad it worked out the way it did. Got my quiche. Got my little quiche thingies. They're pretty good. My teeth can eat my quiches. They're too hot. Next video.
So I got scammed on Depop and was sold a counterfeit piece of clothing, and now the seller is threatening me for leaving a bad review and reporting this item as counterfeit when it is undoubtedly counterfeit. So what I had thought I purchased, and this is going to be a picture of the real one, is this M Studios zip up. The reason I wanted to purchase it from Depop is because I love M Studios, but the tariffs, they'll hit you. They'll hit you when you make an order. So I was just thinking of getting it secondhand to kind of avoid that and also get it at a discounted price. So I found this on Depop. This is the listing. I'm a pretty casual Depop user. I won't negotiate your price. If I like the price, I will just buy it, and that's just how I am. So I didn't exchange any messages or anything with this person. I just bought the item, didn't think anything of it, and then she messaged me like, hi, I will ship your item out tomorrow. I said, perfect, thank you so much, or whatever I said. Here we have what I received. I paid $80 for this. The regular price for it is $130, so I didn't think anything too crazy of it. If it's a used item, a reasonable person would assume it's real, given the fact it's listed at $80 and the regular price for it is $130. Off the bat, first thing I notice is the quality when I hold it. This does not feel like the quality of M Studios clothes. I'm sure these fabrics would be different, but this is a real M Studio sweater that I have, and it's very heavy. It's very good quality. It feels like it's from Shein. I'm like, okay, let's look at the tag test immediately. Where is the tag in question? The tag is not in the room with us. And at that point, without further investigation, like, I knew, why would you need to do that? But I continue looking and I continue investigating, and then I see that the zipper is the most obvious telling factor that it is counterfeit. This is supposed to say M on it, and the shape of the zipper is supposed to be, I don't know, not like this. Open it up, stitching is a mess. I'll just show you here as well as right here, and so I'm like, okay.
What I want to say is you should always talk to the people that you're buying from. I mean, you don't always have to, I guess, but you should, especially on Depop. Also, it's just illegal to sell counterfeit goods. Like, that's just not allowed. That's illegal. I think it's illegal to also purchase counterfeit goods as well. I could be wrong on that. I'll include, I'll just figure it out. CBP.gov, which is a US government website, says that it's illegal to purchase counterfeit goods, and transporting those goods into and throughout the US may result in civil or criminal penalties. So yeah, I think that it's illegal in both of these cases. So both of them have committed a crime. She did unknowingly commit a crime, and the seller probably knowingly committed the crime. There's a chance that it was unknowing, but we'll find out, maybe.
Last inconsistency is the letters. I believe they're supposed to be embroidered based off of this image on M Studio's website. Obviously, it's knit like the rest of the sweater.
Okay, so it's a pretty good dupe. I mean, $80 is annoying. But I do think that if it's not labeled as legitimately M Studios, it's probably still illegal though, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments if you actually know. Not if you're guessing, just if you actually know. Because this seems like it's a bit tricky. I like to play devil's advocate, or not even. I like just take the opinion that's not the popular one, because I know everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's evil that she scammed, blah, blah, blah. But like, is it really illegal though? Like, what part of this is illegal, you know? So let me know.
So I'm bummed because, of course, with like taxes and shipping and everything, I paid $90 for this, and so I was gonna report it to Depop, which I did. I'm also the type of person, if something like this happens, I'm not gonna take it up with the seller, because I know the game people like to play, and I'm not gonna play that game with you. I'm not gonna try to engage with you or try to get something out of you. I'm just gonna take it to Depop because they can handle this. This is their terms of service, whatever, they can deal with it. I reported to Depop and I explain all the inconsistencies and everything that I found, and I get sent an email yesterday from a customer support person to help assign me to my order, and he's like, send it back for a refund, yada yada. Okay, great. And this was yesterday evening. Today's Sunday. I'm not gonna go to the post office on a Sunday, obviously. I end up leaving a review on this page though, since I need to send it back. I feel it is my responsibility to tell people, since I received a counterfeit item that I have to put back into the hands of the seller, it is my responsibility to leave a negative yet honest review saying, hey, buyer beware, this seller sold me a fake M Studios zip up. I have to return this, so if it's backlisted again, this is what it is. And that wasn't a direct quote from me.
Good on her. This girl looks like an ISFJ. Seller sold me a fake M Studios navy blue zip up that was marketed as real for $80. Was it marketed as real though? That's the real thing I'm wondering. Like, Because I've listed things on Depop and I've seen things listed on Depop that definitely aren't a certain brand, but people are just listing it as that brand just for exposure. That's why there's a whole thing called branded for exposure. I have reported this issue to Depop and will receive a refund for sending it back, which I'm doing, but buyer beware if the seller relists the item. I have a feeling this is a fake account as the name of the sender did not at all match the username. Interesting. I wonder what she means by that. I wonder how relevant that is. Because on Depop, my name was just P. Like, it was straight up just P. So, I don't know.
This is what it is. And that wasn't a direct quote for me, but I'm sure I attached my actual review. Last night, I fell down a rabbit hole on here of that other girl that went viral for getting scammed on Depop. I believe her situation was Chanel shoes, some sort of shoe. Basically, I was looking in the comment section, people are like, you shouldn't have sent that back. It's illegal to ship counterfeit goods. You should have brought that up with Depop. And I was like, huh. Okay, should I bring that up to Depop? Because I also don't want to be participating in any illegal activities in trying to get my refund, getting this back to the seller, whatever the case may be. My boyfriend and I take our sweet little puppy to the dog park, and as we're leaving the dog park, I get 3 notifications that the seller has sent me 3 messages. And these messages I'm about to read you are in response, I assume, to the review that I left, even though that wasn't clarified, but it's pretty obvious. Also in the review, I mentioned how the seller's name on Depop was very different than the person that sent it to me, and I mentioned that it might be a fake account because that's odd as well to me. I don't know. Whatever. Hi, first of all, the images on the listing were 1-to-1 with the item I sent you. Never claimed it wasn't. My boyfriend and I run this page, hence the name issue. You already got a refund and are shipping my item back. It's your fault for not doing your due diligence. So let's pause right there, because with that sentence, it's your fault for not doing your due diligence, I am under the impression that she's saying I should have assumed this is fake. I should have assumed this is not real because I didn't do my due diligence, which, yeah, it is my fault. I did not do my due diligence. I didn't ask for a picture of the tag inside. I bought it. I'll totally own up to that. At the end of the day, I still paid for it. Anyways, and then she proceeds, I will be giving you a 1-star review and reporting your account unless you want to handle this appropriately and remove your current review on my page. Okay, yes. You can clearly see nothing I sell is counterfeit. I also have the receipts for the purchase of the zip if you want to send me your email. I do not take fraud lightly, and your accusations are defamatory. Kiss, kiss. And I'm fuming.
There's a chance that the girl got scammed too. Okay, I really am playing devil's advocate here, but there's a chance that she got scammed and she thought that this was a legit hoodie or zip up, and she resold it assuming it was a real zip up, not knowing the difference, maybe not having very many M Studios things. So, I don't know.
And I'm fuming because it's one thing to be called on your BS, but to double down is very, very, very bold of you. I would be so curious what that receipt would look like, but I don't need to see it because I know it's not for what you sent me. Anyways, I began drafting an email back to Depop customer service in response to the email they sent me asking for me to send the item back and let them know my shipping, all that. I say, hi there. Thank you for your assistance in helping me address this issue. I'm more than willing to ship the purchased item back to the seller. My only issue is the legalities involved. Upon my research following the situation, I have discovered that it is a federal crime to knowingly ship counterfeit goods. Due to my concern, I would like written confirmation that my return is required by Depop in order to receive my refund, and Depop will fall liable for any illegal exporting of counterfeit goods should the seller choose to relist it. I do not want this liability to fall on me. If it is easier, I can also dispute this purchase with my bank as I have proof this item is counterfeit and was illegally sent to me. Additionally, since my report and discovery of the counterfeit item, I left a review for the seller that stated, seller sold me a fake M Studios navy blue zip-up that was marketed as real for $80. I have reported this issue to Depop and will receive a refund for sending it back, which I am doing, but buyer beware if the seller relists this item. I have a feeling this is a fake account as the name of the seller did not match the username at all. I thought it was my responsibility to leave this review as it is part of your policy that I must return this counterfeit item and the seller may relist it. I do not want anyone to get scammed in the way I was in this situation. Upon relieving this view, the seller sent me 3 very threatening messages threatening to report my account if I don't take down the review. The seller also claimed that the item they sent me was real and they could email me a receipt of the purchase. This does not matter as the seller at one point may have purchased a real version of the zip-up, but I can undisputedly prove that what was sent to me is fake. The biggest telling factor is the shape of the zipper, the M logo missing from the zipper, difference in materials on the M Studios letters, and tags being cut out. Those are just a few examples I can prove to you via email aside from quality. I will be attaching evidence of the counterfeit item, what the real item looks like, and screenshots of the threatening messages sent to me. I have not responded to the seller and will not respond to the seller as I feel threatening behavior should be handled by Depop customer service. Thank you. And that's where we're at.
Let me just say, that was a well-written email. That was very well written. She hit all the targets. Maybe she used AI for it. I don't know. I hope not, because that's a well-written email. Good job. I don't want to be complimenting AI. So if you really wrote this, Samara Leilani, good job.
Anyways, I mainly want to put this out there right now because I know there's a ton of discourse about reselling counterfeit designer on Depop and if it should be assumed or if it should be said that it's counterfeit or whatnot. With something like this, with this sweater, I would not think about asking if it's counterfeit because I had no idea that they even made counterfeit versions of these sweaters. I had to look it up to find that AliExpress does in fact have it. AliExpress does in fact have it. You know what? It looks exactly like this. So, buyer beware. I will let you all know my update when I have it. One Depop scam ends, another one begins, it seems. So, that's that. Wish me luck. Okay, apologies if
Oh, I was about to say, I hope there's an update. There's an update. Perfect. All right. Let's, all right, Samara, the ISFJ, most likely. Let's see.
Okay, apologies if you can hear the general knowledge trivia in the background. Your girl is trying to keep her brain sharp, okay? But I was just thinking about this and I was like, wait, did I do this wrong? So we know that I got scammed on Depop and I reported that seller for scamming me because I was sold a counterfeit item and then that she threatened me. She threatened to report my account and give me a 1-star review because she's claiming this item is real even though I have proof that it is fake. I don't know. Anyways, we know all that. We're caught up to date. I was just thinking though, because I reported that to Depop, like that threatening message that I got.
I don't think the messages were threatening, to be honest. I really don't think they were threatening. I think she's like, that's what I meant to say. I forgot about that when I was complimenting the way the email was written. I don't know if it was actually threatening. Maybe when I rewatch this as I'm editing it, I'll see how it is.
No.
But I don't think it's threatening. I think she's being extra. I also don't think that the people at Depop are gonna read that email, even though it was well written. People have gotten lazy lately. We'll see.
Threatening message that I got, or series of threatening messages I got. I reported that to the person that was just helping me get like the return on my order. Should that be escalated somewhere else? Like, does the person that was just helping me with my order and trying to get a refund on that, is their only job just to deal with orders? And if so, like, should I just go ahead and report her account for...
Yeah, you should report her account, I guess. But I don't think it's that serious, but yeah, you should report her account. I mean, yeah, it's not good that you got scammed. I have to, like, I have a weird relationship with scams, because, like, sometimes people deserve to get scammed. I've gotten scammed, like, twice, maybe just once. I can't even remember the specifics, but I think I got scammed. No, I almost got scammed. I don't think I've ever actually gotten scammed. So like, the thing is though, if I got scammed, like I probably deserved it, you know? I've never been scammed before. So I don't know, maybe I'm just biased, but I don't know. Scams exist everywhere. And this was a real scam this time.
Threatening me, I don't know what to do. For those who aren't caught up to date, basically this girl DM'd me after I left a review on her account for sending me a counterfeit item that I would have to send back to her that she'll probably be relisting saying, hey, this is counterfeit.
Also, it was probably fine that she emailed the same people who are handling the other issue. It's the same, it's customer service, so it's probably okay. And it's good that she asked if she was able to actually return it, because they might say, oh yeah, don't return it, it's fine, we'll just refund you. Maybe. I don't know, it's Depop. They might just ignore her from this point on.
I was about to say counterfeit. She DM'd me saying that it was my job to do my due diligence, but that also it was real and she has proof that it was real. It was not real at all. And that if I don't remove my review, she's gonna give me a 1-star review and report my account. But she's like giving me this chance, right? Do I just go ahead and report her? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to have to take it there, but it's like, girl, I'd rather beat you to it if that's where we're going with this.
I cannot imagine being in the situation and posting TikToks about it, asking the internet for advice. Like, obviously just report the person. Obviously just report them. And honestly, if I were in the situation, I'd be like, dang, well, you got me. You got me. I should have done my due diligence. You got me. Fine. I'm mad about this. I'm probably gonna settle a dispute with my bank if Depop doesn't get back to me, but like, I wanna get my money back, but dang, you got me. From this point forward, I'm taking this as a teaching moment, and from this point forward, I'm gonna do my due diligence. I'm gonna do double my due diligence. And if I get scammed again, well, I got some issues that I need to work out. I clearly don't have the ability to understand what's real and what's fake, so I shouldn't be buying things online. That's the way I would see it. Like, why are you posting this stuff on TikTok? Be like, guys, should I press the report button and type a little thing? Guys, let me know. Like, what? Just do it. Maybe it's getting a lot of views and that's why. But at the same time, she posted this initially. I cannot imagine being this unsure about what to do in this situation, honestly. Maybe I'd tell people about what I did, but I'm not going to be like, guys, I don't want to have to take it there. I don't want to have to press the button.
Is that crazy? Is that evil? I don't want to be crazy or evil, but I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't transport an illegal good in this situation, and you're threatening me?
You know that you're not in the wrong, so why are you saying that? Do you just want people to say that you're not crazy or evil? You know that even if the comments are like, yeah, you're crazy and evil, you're gonna be like, well, actually, no, I'm not. And then you'll go talk to other people who agree with you. So what's the point of asking this when you already know what the answer is and you already know what the only answer you'll accept is? I don't understand this. I feel like I'm mad at the wrong person here. But at the same time, it's like, you live and you learn, you know? It doesn't have to be this whole thing.
I was just thinking about that because I got comments of people getting their accounts taken down because somebody wrongfully reported them. And I'm like, I don't want to never be able to use Depop again. I don't want that to...
Just make a new account. But whatever.
Like, I love Depop. I love Depop. There needs to be accountability, though. Duh. I think we can all agree on that. Should I not have used the customer service person for the order, though? Like, should I take this somewhere else? I don't know. Like I said, I'm a very casual Depop user.
You already did it, is the thing. You already did it. You already asked the person in the email. It already happened. There's no, oh, should I not have done that? I don't know, but you did it. So now what are you gonna do? So what now?
So,
no, I'm saying
what now?
I mean,
I'm not on it like that. I don't sell. I don't really do anything crazy. I just like to hop on there and see what's up sometimes, and sometimes I'll purchase. I don't know the ins and outs though, so I need help. I need help.
No, you don't. No, you really, really, really don't. And if you do, I don't understand people like this. I'm just gonna be honest and say I don't understand people like this. I do wonder what happened with her. I do wonder what she decided on doing, but this is just kind of unnecessary in my opinion. Also, side note, I got these really delicious sugar-free chocolate and peanut butter Reese's style cups. I got some in the milk chocolate and I got some in the dark chocolate. I love the dark chocolate. They're so expensive. They're like $6 for 6 of them, which is crazy, but they're so good. And you shouldn't eat a lot of them because they do upset your stomach because it has fake sugar. But man, they're so good. If you're doing like a no added sugar thing, which I was doing for like since March or February, I'm done now. So yeah, if you're doing a no added sugar thing, if you're doing a low sugar thing, get some of these. They're so good. Tangents aside, let's check out the next scam.
Also working customer service, y'all ever had a scammer come into your store? Say yes, don't lie, because I know you have. Anyway, this lady comes in today in the morning, and I was here for 8 hours, right? So I'm seeing the whole day unfold, right? So she comes in, she's like, oh, I got a big order yesterday, and one of my drinks was wrong, so I need you to remake my drink. And the shift supervisor, who's like basically the manager and like basically the only man in the store, was like, oh, like, you know, do you have a receipt? Whatever, you know, who did you talk to on the phone yesterday? Did you call yesterday? And she's like, oh, I called, but I have no idea who I talked to. And no, I don't have a receipt. So then the guy was like, yeah, I mean, like, we'll do it for you this time, but like, you need to have a receipt though. Like, you need to have proof of purchase so we can do this, because if it's over like 24 hours, we can't help you. So you need to come in with a receipt and the name of the person you talk to, whatever. So whatever. I make her drink, not a big deal, whatever, fine. You know, she's standing at the end of, you know, like the area where we like give out the food and drinks and stuff. And she's like talking to me. She's like,
does she work at Starbucks or something?
I love your lipstick. I wish I was exaggerating to you. I am, however, I am not. So I'm like, thank you, queen. Thank you, I love it. Anyway, whatever. So boom.
What? Why is she mocking her for complimenting her? Strange.
Boom, she leaves. It's fine.
I think this is an INFJ. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Fine, it's cool, whatever. Fast forward a couple hours, okay? She's back. She's back for vengeance, okay? So I'm in the middle of a rush. I'm doing everything that's inside of my brain. The half of the brain cell I have had left in me since 9:30 this morning. It's currently like 2:30. She comes back in. You know, she's all, so I'm like busting by myself, okay? Throughout this entire rush, she leans over the glass. She goes, whenever you have a minute, could I have a piece of paper and a pen? And also a small water with ice in it? Do not approach me. Anyway, I'm like, yeah, so like, I am slammed with like orders right now, so you are gonna have to wait a minute, but I'd be happy to help you. So literally like 20 minutes goes by, because like I told you, I'm by myself. I'm doing the best I can, bro. So I'm working myself, okay? And slowly I can see her face from like over like the area where I'm working. Her face goes from like this to like this, okay? I'm like watching it happen out of my peripheral vision. So
who's gonna be smiling the whole time? I don't like the way she's framing her just because she doesn't like her. Because she's describing really normal things, but just making it sound weird.
I'm done with the rush. It's been 20, maybe like even like 22 minutes, right? And then I'm like, oh, you just want like an ice water, right? And she's like, yeah, excuse the out of me. I just work here. Anyway, apparently she had asked a coworker for a pen and paper. Like, weird ass, considering you were here like 2 hours ago. I'm like, what are you doing here? But I know you're a scammer. So anyway, go on. So anyway, I give her ice water. It's been like 5 minutes. She sat herself at the closest table to the register, and she's like this. Right, like expecting something. So my coworker, who is the supervisor on the shift, she's like, oh, hey, did this person get like their like drink or whatever? I'm like, yeah. And then I tell her the situation from earlier and how the prior supervisor had told me that she was a scammer. She comes in all the time saying, oh, well, I ordered this many items and this was wrong. Can you remake it for me? And she never has a receipt, which like isn't like, I don't care about. But if you're like my supervisor said, who I trust with my whole life, literally,
Really?
was like, oh, she does this all the time. I'm like, babe, like what? Like, what are we doing here? Anyway, so I tell all this to my current supervisor, who's different from the one earlier in the day. I'm telling her this. We're in a whisper, okay? But mind you, lady's sitting there like this. So she's like trying to get a hint of the conversation. Now, she definitely did not get the whole conversation, because obviously my supervisor and I are like adults and good at our jobs and responsible. So we're not going to be yelling this, whatever. Anyway, give it 2 minutes. This lady walks up. She's like, isn't it bad form to talk poorly about customers?
I'm pretty sure she knows you were talking about her. Like, you're probably looking over her. Like, you know how she's looking, so clearly you've been glancing over at her. Even if she couldn't hear everything you're saying, she knows you're talking about her. And when people know that you're talking about them, their ears perk up. It really tunes into your specific frequency, your timbre. The timbre of your voice. So maybe she heard more than you think.
In the store before they've left, she's like this close to my face. I'm like,
I just don't believe you. Like, this feels like such an exaggerated story.
oh. So I don't even know how I got myself out of this one. But I start saying to her, I'm like, listen, it's important as a store to have general communication about what's happening within the store. And I was here earlier when there was an issue with a drink being remade, but I will be honest with you. The issue was that a receipt was not brought in. And it has been brought to my attention that this has happened multiple times. So, and then at this point she goes, so am I a problem? I said, ma'am, I'm not saying you're a problem. What I'm saying is the store in general, the team in general, needs to be aware of this kind of situation because it could potentially become an issue. Then she goes, oh, who told you this? Was this the Hispanic man that was here before?
The supervisor? Are you gonna get offended that she called him Hispanic? Hispanic just means from Spain. She probably means Latino, but are you really gonna get offended at a descriptive word?
I'm not gonna use his real name, but let's just say like, I was like, his name is Juan. And just waited for her to say anything else. Because mind you, this is the only male coworker in the store at this time. And I think there are only 2 other men who rarely work. So it's like, oh, so this is racially charged. Got it.
This is such an unreliable narrator. I swear, I'm not trying to defend scammers, but this is an unreliable narrator, you have to admit. And if it's so offensive for her to call him Hispanic at all, isn't it also just as offensive for you to call him Juan as like a default boilerplate name? Like, I don't know, you could have said Jonathan, you could have said Xavier.
So she goes on, she's like, oh, I have the problem, whatever, like all this. And I just said again, I was like, ma'am, like we know this is an issue in the store that you repeatedly come in. And the issue every single time consistently that we have all been aware of with this team, the store communication, the team communication, is that you come in without a receipt, even though you are told every single time to bring your receipt if there is an issue in the following day, you come and request a drink. So yes, it is important for us as a store to understand what is happening. For some reason, this works.
Because it makes sense.
Like, I'm really good at like corporate talk, you know? And so she's like calm as she's like, oh, okay. Sorry. She just like sits back down. Then
this person has a really low theory of mind, and I don't really like the way that they tell stories. I don't like the way she tells stories. She doesn't come off as trustworthy to me. She doesn't come off as... I would have to see this situation in order to believe what happened, because I don't believe half of the way that she described anything. I think she just already has a negative opinion of this person, and so she's dramatizing every single thing that this person's doing. Like, I don't think this woman was really like... I think she's probably more reasonable. It's just that you don't like her. INFJ. Anyway, let's continue.
I go on my break. I'm like, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna get the out of here. Anyway, mind you, same time this is happening, this guy ordered oatmeal, okay? Plain oatmeal, nothing in it, nothing special, whatever. We get him the oatmeal, okay? He comes back, this is happening at the exact same time, okay? At the other register. This guy's like, there's way too much water in my oatmeal. And then me and a couple other people who are working are like, okay, so we can like absolutely remake the oatmeal for you. Like, it's not a problem. He's like, no, because there's way too much water. And we're like, what now? What, wait for it to evaporate? Anyways, this guy is like literally yelling at my coworkers about oatmeal. And I feel so bad because this one girl's about to leave. She's like about to clock out. She's like, it's like, if people are going to be unhinged in a fast food restaurant, like they're going to genuinely be crude and unusual and unruly in a like, just like nothing fancy, like fast food restaurant, like, could y'all not plan it better so that it's only one of you at a time? Could it be just one at a time? Because I didn't have the brain cells to even walk into the joint this morning, okay? And I still showed up and I did my best. And that was literally, only 20 minutes of my day.
That's actually pretty funny. And also, I believe that was only 20 minutes because this is a little situation. Like, yeah, there's a rush. Some lady was waiting for a pen and paper and some water. She apparently, allegedly does this a lot. Maybe the supervisor, I don't know. Supervisor could be telling the truth, could not be. I don't know. I don't trust this narrator, so I don't know. Maybe there's another woman who looks like her who does that a lot and the supervisor thought it was her. I don't know. Maybe she really does do that a lot. In that case, why not just tell her from the get-go that she can't be doing this without a receipt? Why'd you do it again? That's the thing that I'm wondering. Why, if this is a really recurring thing, why did you let her do it again? Is she that good of a customer? Like, no, she's just taking money from you guys. So is she scamming? Let's look at the definition of scam. Yeah, a dishonest scheme to gain money or possessions from someone fraudulently. Yeah, this is a scam if true, but this is an unreliable narrator as well.
I was there for 8 hours today. But it was so, you know what it was? It was so, I'm getting paid. That's what it was.
You're getting paid. Whatever. Okay, I think I'm gonna watch one more because these videos are longer than I thought they were. So this is the last one we're gonna do. We're gonna look at another Depop scammer. Let's see.
You have to be so careful these days selling on Depop. Someone attempted to scam me. She basically called me a scammer and said the package was empty. And that has never happened to me. I sold 2 things to the same girl. She didn't like try to haggle. I messaged the girl the same day she bought it. I was like, thanks so much. Since one of these is a perfume, I'm gonna get some bubble wrap and make sure it's wrapped up.
She probably just wanted to get the thing for free, obviously. And maybe her argument would be like, oh, well, if you didn't do it, then maybe someone at the post office did it, that sort of thing. That's probably the scammer's mentality right there.
She said thanks. The very next day I shipped it out. This is where the CYA comes into play. It was like a $70 order. She requested a refund and said that the package didn't arrive. And if you ship through Depop, you use the USPS label, you get seller protection. And so I just responded to the dispute and said, tracking shows it was delivered, out of my hands basically. And Depop agreed and said, yeah, this person is not eligible for a refund as the item tracking shows it was delivered. But I thought it was weird that she didn't message me at all, you know? And so I messaged her, hey, I saw that you opened a dispute. Like, unfortunately, nothing I can do about it once it's shipped. It's in the post office's hands, unfortunately, but the message wouldn't go through. Then I realized she blocked me, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. So then I go to my review. This girl left me a 1-star review. Take a video of you putting the item, show the item, show what it is, put the item in the bag, show you taping up the bag, show you putting the label on the bag, then go inside, show you yourself dropping off the item into the post office. I do all of that, and it's a hassle. Again, I've sold over 200 items. Like, it's annoying to do that for every single order. But of course, this one time, you tried to do your big one and get your little refund by saying it didn't arrive, didn't work, and now you're going to try and say that I didn't. No, we're not doing that. So I immediately messaged Depop on email. I'm like, hey, I need you guys to remove this review, and you should honestly remove this person from the app. She's clearly telling stories over here. Like, we're writing fiction right now. And I also sent them a video of me, like I said, packing up the items, taping up the box, putting it all away. And they were like, oh my goodness, so sorry, like, thanks for sending this video, this really helps us, we removed the review, blah blah blah. They didn't say they were gonna like ban her from the app, which I personally thought was weird. I'm like, this person is clearly a scammer. But why do you people do this kind of stuff?
Because they want to get stuff without paying for it, obviously. What do you mean, why do you do this stuff? It's obvious. You want something, but you don't want to pay the money for it. But yeah, when I was selling on Depop, I did the same thing. I made sure I filmed everything. No one ever disputed anything, but I also didn't sell through Depop. I just used it as a front, and then I had people pay me in an outside app so that they couldn't do the whole dispute thing if ever that happened. I like to protect myself from scams as best as I can. I don't like to open up avenues for myself to be scammed. So yeah, I did film myself putting everything together, getting the thing to the post office. I made sure that there's something that was very obvious that it was the same package, filmed the weight or took a picture of the weight, all that stuff, and then I, filmed myself leaving it there and walking away. The people at the post office, like, I don't know, they're used to it, or maybe they didn't notice, but this is a woman who I can respect because she knows how to she clearly knows how to CHA, cover her assets. Good for her, good on her. And yeah, it's obvious that people just want free stuff. It's good that it didn't work out in the other girl's favor, the scammer's favor.
You really want to steal $70 from me when I'm like giving you my things? I don't know. Very, very strange. That's the only time something like that has happened to me, but I've seen videos on here about people going as far to claim that like someone sent them something different that wasn't what they ordered, and if you don't have proof, apparently Depop does side with the buyers most of the time, so be careful, don't get scammed. And yeah, I don't know. Oh, and if you are a reseller and you go to the thrift store and you find shirts at the bins and you sell them for $58 with stains all over them, I hate you and I hope you have a bad day. This message is not for Sam Weston. I'm tired of you guys going in his hate comments. He puts everything on Whatnot for $7 starting bid. It's not his fault that you crazy girls are out here bidding $85 on a t-shirt from the bins. But anyway, gotta go.
All right, well, interesting. I kind of want to watch this one. Is it worth it? Is this video too long? Okay, let me know if you guys want another part, because there's another video that I want to watch in here. I wouldn't mind doing that. Let me know down below if you like this. So yeah, crazy, 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 crazy. Protect yourself from scams, protect yourself from being scammed. Don't be a scammer, and if you're gonna scam, do it well. Do it in such a way that you're not in trouble and the person who you're scamming is not in trouble. But like, just don't scam. Like, just have the money and pay for the things that you want. Don't scam, don't get scammed, don't complain about getting scammed if you got scammed and it was a dumb scam. Like, that's on you. You have to take that in stride. Like, dang, I got. Anyway, that all being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Out of all the videos that you could have watched, make sure to leave a like on this video if you liked it. Make sure to leave a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Subscribe if you want to. Don't subscribe if you don't want to. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
going to relax your feelings when times get too rough. Oh yeah, night and day.